If you're doing Mooting just because of the fear of missing out, or if you see mood competitions as another bullet point to add to your CV, then this course may not be for you. But if you're someone willing to lose sleep reading every research, every article, every case law just to understand a specific legal concept, or on the day of the competition, your gut is restless because you're unsure if you're prepared enough, unsure if your opponent has any arguments you haven't accounted for, then this course could be speaking to you. Mooting, for me, holds the same importance for law students as a project does for architect students. Of course, participating in a moot is not a mandatory graduation requirement like completing a project might be. However, if we look at the core values that these activities require, they also force students to apply all their skills and knowledge to persuade and argue about a certain issue. For architects, that may be convincing their clients about a particular design for their future house. For lawyers, that could be arguing on a great legal issue with multiple conflicting opinions. In essence, just as working on a project simulates what it takes to be architects, mooting, in a way, forces us to walk in the shoes of lawyers. In its truest form, the moot problem is just another legal issue that needs to be resolved, the same as every other legal scenario contained in your university homework. But to succeed in mooting, you need to put in so much more effort than any end of semester assignments. Law school's lectures usually already had specific answer keys and metrics to grade your assignments. In mooting, there is no standardized measurement of success. It is unpredictable. Legal issues in moot competitions are, by their very nature, highly controversial, where there are no definitive right or wrong answers. Additionally, mooting requires debating advocacy skills at a much higher level. Law students often curse this thinking that every issue can be resolved with just pure logic and legal knowledge. But it turns out, in practice, you also need to know how to persuade others, especially the judges whom you may meet for the very first time, who have much more expertise, experience compared to us. Therefore, preparing for moot is a much more arduous and daunting task than you might think. But sometimes that is a good thing. If you're doing mooting and you're not feeling the pressure, something's wrong. Sometimes you need to feel the pressure to know that this is no easy task and to know that you're fighting for something valuable. And then when you wake up the next day with a fresh mind, ready to embrace the challenges and continuing the fight. And I was part of the very first generation of leaders at my university. We had to coach ourselves to compete nationally because we didn't have lectures, blueprints, or guidance to follow. Our story is not a unique one because most of the teams I know had to start from the ground up as well. They had to compete without knowing about the basic principles, even failing multiple times before achieving success. I believe the next generations of leaders should not have to endure going blind on this journey like the previous generations. The greatest gift I can offer to participants in this course is the inspiration, the motivation, the foundational skills and knowledge to empower you to continue honing your abilities. And then someday you will walk into the hearing room, look at your opposing counsels across the aisle, confidently present your case, and explain why your side is the side of justice. Now it's time to get to work. I am Sun Huang, and welcome to Mooting Summer School.